How's it going, everyone? It's AFC Finners. We're here in Birmingham at St Andrews to see Birmingham City against Barnsley in the EFL Championship. Good to be back in Birmingham. We did Solihull Moors, which isn't too far from here recently. Never been to this stadium before, should be interesting. But before we go inside, let's find out a little bit about today's hosts, Birmingham City.
Birmingham City were founded in 1875 as Small Heath Alliance and were turned professional in 1885. They joined the Football League in 1892 and were promoted to the top flight for the first time in 1894. In 1905, they would change their name to Birmingham City Football Club and moved into St Andrews the following year. Following the First World War, they spent 18 years in the top flight and finished as runners-up in the 1931 FA Cup final, losing to West Brom. They would be relegated just before the Second World War, and in 1956 they would have their highest ever finish in 6th position in the top flight, and they reached the FA Cup final again, this time losing to Man City. They finally won their first major trophy in 1963 when they defeated Aston Villa 3-1 on aggregate in the League Cup final. Over the next few decades, they bounced between the top flight and second division before being relegated to the third tier for the first time in the 1980s. Financial hardship followed, and Barry Fry would return the club to the second tier before Trevor Francis took them to the League Cup final in 2001, where they lost to Liverpool on penalties. Steve Bruce would take the club back to the top flight in 2002. They would spend the next few years in the Premier League before an immediate return after being relegated in 2008. In 2011, they reached the League Cup final again, and a late winner from Obafemi Martins sealed a shock win over Arsenal and the club's second major trophy. They were relegated in the same season and have remained in the second tier since, facing many years of financial instability, with the Blues wondering when they will be able to host Premier League football once again. Overall, they have won 4 second division titles, 1 third division title, 2 Football League trophies and 2 League Cups. And a bit of trivia, Birmingham City were the first ever English club to play in a European competition, when they partook in the Intercities Fairs Cup in 1956, a competition in which they would twice finish runners-up. So those are our hosts, Birmingham City. Let's have a look inside their home, St Andrews.
Me and my friend the Gloucester Groundhopper, we're finally here. It was an arduous journey getting into the stadium. We kept going around in circles. Stewards kept saying, oh no, you need to go to this entrance, no, you need to go to this entrance. Finally we got in after what felt like a journey to Mordor, and we're here now, almost in Rose Head. Oh bloody hell, I'm so out of breath after climbing all those steps. Oh mate, stadium doesn't look too bad. As I always say, it should be a fun afternoon. I think I need a bit of a rest. Also, I forgot to mention how I managed to get tickets for this. It's via an app called Skybet EFL Rewards. And basically what you do, if you go to a game or watch it on the telly, you can check in via the app. So you just click on that game, press check in, and you select whether you're watching it there or if you watch it at home. And then it puts you in a prize draw, so there's a bunch of different things you can win. You might not win anything at all, but it's worth a shot. One of the things you can win is tickets to a football match, and we initially won tickets to go to a Swansea game, but then all the games in Wales end up being behind closed doors, so they allowed us to pick another game, and we picked this one. Skybet EFL Rewards app, and any fellow groundhoppers watching this, you might find it a lot easier to find grounds to go to. In terms of meal deals to St Two Bernard, we've got a pint of Amstel and a pie. Only cost me £7.50. Seems like a lot, but in football terms that's alright. A lot of places that pint alone would cost £7.50. Also, just to let people know, if you're coming here with your kids, we'll bring them somewhere nice. We've got a lovely little bit called Arthur's Area. It's in loving memory of Arthur Lavinia Hughes, a little boy who tragically lost his life at the age of 6 at the hands of horrible domestic abuse. But with this, his name will help bring a smile to the face of many other children. And it's great to see tributes to the little boy all across the ground, just to show he'll never be forgotten. So about midway through the first half, it's been not gonna lie, quite a dull game so far. Birmingham have had slight edge, they've had the better chances, but right now neither team look like scoring, and a 0-0 could well be on the cards. Hope it changes, but yeah, for now, pretty even, unlikely to change. So about 33 minutes in, something we didn't think would happen, there's been a goal. Lukas Jukovic has turned and he's played it through. Onel Hernandez has come in and he's slotted it beyond the keeper into the corner. 1-0 to Birmingham, not a goalless draw after all. So half-time is 1-0 to Birmingham, so we can be grateful that we're not seeing a goalless draw here, but hopefully there's more action in the second half apart from that goal. It's been a couple of decent chances, but not really anything to write home about. But yeah, still been a fun day. New stadium ticked off the list. Let's hope for more goals in the second half. 50 minutes in and Birmingham have doubled their lead. I don't know exactly what happened. It was swung into a box. I couldn't see what was happening. Then I saw the net ripple and the crowd celebrated. Sorry, Barnsley just put the ball out of play. But I do know it's Scott Hogan, the striker, who scored the second. That's probably sealed it for Birmingham. Yeah, so we're about midway through the second half and Birmingham are dominating now. Barnsley, just any time they get a chance, it's like they don't want to score. Like all their players had the ball on the left-hand side. He basically just kicked it out of play. It was embarrassing. But yeah, I think Birmingham have got this sealed in the bag. Could even be 3 or 4. Just over 20 minutes to go. I think Birmingham will comfortably see this out. This is interesting. So Birmingham fans have been chanting, "We want our club back." Loads of them have just run over there because that's near where the board is, and they're shouting at them. This is getting interesting. All the fans are going over there. Here come the police. It's a big protest. I've not seen anything like this at a football match before. Look at that. The Birmingham fans are coming in their droves. They want that board gone. They want their club back. There's so many of them. They're still coming. This is madness. I don't know if this is planned or if it's spontaneous. The fans below me are trying to see if they can get involved. So in that time period, play had stopped anyway because of an injury, but it's been allowed to continue even with all that protest. All those fans, look, they're still there. They're not moving. And I feel like they're going to be there for a long time after the game too. That didn't seem like a goal, did it? 4 minutes to go and Barnsley have volleyed the ball into the net. It's not about the football right now, the scenes are still quite tense. If Barnsley equalise, it could really kick off if it isn't going to already. 2-1 to Birmingham, just over 3 minutes to go. Full time in bizarre scenes is finished Birmingham 2, Barnsley 1. I'd say a fair result, but to be honest, Barnsley didn't even deserve their goal, they were rubbish. But in the last half hour of the game, the football has kind of been brushed aside. There we go. The first seeds of war have been sown. Some fans have invaded the pitch. In the words of Bootlegger, you just knew that was going to happen. Okay, so that was St Andrews, Birmingham City. Fun afternoon, very eventful and full of twists and surprises. In terms of the game, it wasn't the best, but we still saw 3 goals and Birmingham got the win they deserved. In terms of what happened with the protests, I'll admit, I don't know too much about the ownership situation at Birmingham. I do know they have really faced financial difficulties the past 2 years. They've been struggling at the bottom half of the championship for a while now, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. So whoever you support, I think you should be able to have owners that, truly care about the team. And if Birmingham owners aren't pulling their weight, aren't showing that they care about the club, then yeah, they need to step aside. I don't know too much about them, but I hope the issue is resolved. I don't think any club should be at risk of going out of business. Supporters shouldn't have to put up with that. Interesting scenes, but on the whole, enjoyed my afternoon. Always like coming to Birmingham. No idea what the next game will be, but I'm sure it'll be a fun one. So that was Birmingham City, St Andrews. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Stick with us as we go ground to ground. AFC Finners out.